On the morning of April 21st, the day after Easter Sunday, the world awoke to somber news. Pope Francis had died. His passing marked the end of a papacy in the Roman Catholic Church. In a few days, on May 7, 135, cardinal electors, under the age of 80, will gather in a conclave, cloaked in secrecy and prayer to choose the next pontiff, a man who must inherit the immense spiritual and political weight of the papacy. Here are 10 influential cardinals contending for the papacy, each embodying a different vision for the Church's future. Cardinal Peter Erdo, the 72-year-old Archbishop of Budapest, Hungary, is a seasoned canon lawyer with deep roots in both tradition and diplomacy. As the leading Catholic voice in a predominantly Christian country, Erdo has been a strong supporter of Francis' outreach to Orthodox Christians. Though considered a traditionalist, he is also respected by more liberal factions, making him a potentially unifying figure. On thorny issues like migration, he has maintained a measured stance, balancing the right to move with the importance of political stability. From the heart of Africa comes Cardinal Fridolin Ambongo, the 65-year-old Archbishop of Kinshasa in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Known for his staunch defense of church orthodoxy, Ambongo drew global attention for leading African bishops in rejecting the Vatican's 2023 Declaration Fiducia Supplicans, which provided guidelines on blessing same-sex couples. He stands firm on priestly celibacy and moral teachings, yet he is equally a passionate advocate for the poor and a vocal critic of governmental corruption in his home country. Cardinal Mario Grech of Malta, 68, has quietly shaped much of the Church's evolving structure from behind the scenes. As Secretary General for the Synod of Bishops, Grech is a leading voice for synodality, the Church's renewed effort toward inclusivity and shared governance. Though he comes from one of the smallest nations in the world, his influence is wide, his approach pastoral and consultative. In the Vatican itself, Cardinal Pietro Parolin, 70, holds a powerful role as the Church's Secretary of State, a seasoned diplomat and moderate voice. Parolin has remained steady through the ups and downs of Francis' reign. He's known for bridging divides and fostering dialogue, and his election could signal a careful but progressive continuation of the Church's global engagement. Standing in the shadow of war and faith is Cardinal Pier Battista Pizzaballa, 60, the Latin Patriarch of Jerusalem. Amid the brutal conflict between Israel and Hamas, he stood as a rare voice of compassion and courage, even visiting Gaza to console the afflicted. Like Francis, Pizzaballa emphasizes service, interfaith dialogue, and disdain for clerical privilege. From Asia, Cardinal Luis Tagle of the Philippines, 67, brings a deeply personal and pastoral spirit. Known affectionately as the Asian Francis, Tagle's work with the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples has marked him as a missionary of compassion, welcoming to the poor, the LGBTQ community, and divorced and remarried Catholics. He once served as Archbishop of Manila, a major Catholic stronghold, and his long years of study in the US give him a global perspective. Italy offers its own progressive contender in Cardinal Matteo Zuppi, 69, the Archbishop of Bologna. Beloved for his street priest approach, Zuppi blends a grassroots pastoral style with high-level diplomacy. Handpicked by Francis for peacemaking missions in Russia, Ukraine, and the West Bank, Zuppi is inclusive of same-sex couples and other religions, and seeks a church that truly listens. From the northern reaches of Europe stands Cardinal Anders Arborelius, 75, the first cardinal from Scandinavia and a convert from Lutheranism, a traditionalist in moral teaching but a progressive on social issues. Arborelius has championed immigration and environmental stewardship in Sweden. His unique background offers both bridge building potential and deep theological reflection. Finally, from Canada, Cardinal Gerald Cyprien Lacroix of Quebec brings missionary zeal and resilience. At 67, he has spent years as a seminary professor and missionary in Colombia, though his career was briefly interrupted by abuse allegations, which he denied and were later dismissed by the Church after investigation. Lacroix has returned to active leadership with a renewed sense of purpose. Each of these men brings a different vision, shaped by culture, experience, and spiritual conviction, but they all share one thing: a call to lead a global flock of over 1 billion souls at a time of great change and challenge. As the red-robed electors prepare to cast their votes beneath Michelangelo's frescoed ceiling, the world waits to see who will emerge as the next shepherd of the Catholic Church, the successor to Francis, and the voice of a new era.